Hey guys, what's up? It's Jessica, and I'm here with another paranormal story time. Obviously, because that's what my channel is about. Duh! So anyway, I said in my last video that I was going to make a terrifying paranormal experience video, and that is exactly what I'm doing. And I'm taking it back a few years, hunty. Yes, I'm taking it back a few years, because I do have a lot of paranormal experiences, but I have a few terrifying experiences. And they make me uncomfortable to talk about. I ain't even gonna lie about it. They do. They make me uncomfortable to talk about because I am still scared to talk about it because I don't want it to happen again. But here I am talking about it. So, anyway. So, this experience actually did not happen in this house. It happened in my mom's house that I grew up in. That was still on this property. Because, like I said, we have a really big farm here and a lot of woods and things like that. The woods are irrelevant. The land is irrelevant. But anyway, I don't remember the year. I don't remember how old I was. I don't remember the date or the time or the hour, you know. None of that stuff. But my oldest was born, so it's been between 4 and 8 years ago. Or 4 and 6 years ago. And, me and my son lived with my mom. And me and my son slept in my childhood bedroom. And in this bedroom, I had a shelf full of shelves. I don't know what they're called. I'm not an interior designer or anything like that, so I don't remember what they're called. But it was full of stuffed animals and things. And then I had one of those cool nets that you hang in the corner of the room that you put, like, stuffed animals in. And I had one of those in the corner of the room. And I loved that thing. But anyway, so we were asleep. And I woke up. And my eyes adjusted straight out into the hallway. Now, from where my bed was and where my door was to the bedroom, you could see the bathroom light was on, and then at the very end of the hallway was a bedroom that we didn't use, so the door always stayed shut. So my eyes adjusted to the very end of the hallway. And at the very end of the hallway was a little girl with long black hair and very, very bluish pale skin, kneeling down facing that door. I couldn't see her face. She was facing away from me. At first, I remember I thought it was just a dream, because up until that time, mostly what I had seen had been like shadows and figures and mists and more terrifying things, but I've never seen like a girl or a boy that I'm aware of anyway, up until that time. And I remember, oh, I'm getting hot already. Oh, girl! I remember I was like, I must be sleeping, like, you know, and, so let me shut my door. So I blinked, and when I opened my eyes, she was still sitting there, or kneeled there. And I noticed a movement out of the corner of my eye in the opposite side of my bedroom. And so I looked, and the stuffed animals on my shelf were moving, like someone was playing with them. And it wasn't just one or two. There were like, I think there were like 4 or 5. I mean, I didn't sit there and count them, obviously, but it was more than just a couple that were moving. And it was like they were not dancing, but they were moving. Like somebody was playing with them on the shelf. You know how kids, they'll take a stuffed animal and they'll, like, make it dance, I guess? That's what was happening. And I know that sounds so unbelievable. And you guys are probably going to be like, girl, you were having a dream. Like, no, I really was not asleep. I was asleep, and then I woke up, and this was happening. And I remember I started to freak out, and my heart started to beat so fast, and I started to get that really anxious feeling. And I just felt so scared for some reason, and nothing really had happened yet other than the toys moving, and seeing the girl in the hall. So, I mean, I was obviously already scared, but I just felt so much more scared than what I thought I was, if that makes any sense. And I remember I tried to move. Whoo, girl, I'm so hot. This is so terrifying to talk about. I tried to move, and I couldn't. And have you guys ever had the feeling like, it doesn't have to be a paranormal experience, it can be anything, like something scares you so bad that you kind of just freeze and you can't move because of fear, but then you snap back and you can move or whatever? This was not that. I was trying so hard to move my hands, to move my feet, to move my head. I could not speak. I could not move my mouth. All I could move was my eyes. And that feeling, ooh, I hate that feeling so much. I was so freaking terrified. So the only thing I could do was look. I know that sounds so crazy. But as I'm trying to scream, as I'm trying to move, the girl slowly starts to get up. I remember her getting up with one leg first and then the other, and she just stood there with her back facing me, her face facing the wall. And I remember she was barefooted and she just had her arms hanging by her side, and her hair was so long and so black. And she was wearing a dress, and it was like a ratty, like a beige dress, I think is what it was. But her skin was so, it just looked so dead, and veiny, and just, oh my goodness, whew. So anyway, as she's standing there, I was already paralyzed with, not with fear. I was like paralyzed. I mean, obviously it was fear, but, and so I'm trying so hard to move, and it was almost, and I couldn't even take my eyes off of her at this point. It was almost as if she drew my eyes to her, and she was what was making me unable to move, unable to speak, unable to even move my eyes. She wanted my attention. And if you guys have ever had like sleep paralysis, that's kind of what it felt like. I've had sleep paralysis one time. So scary. But that is what it felt like, but I was awake. Like, literally awake. This was not a lucid dream. This was not a dream in any way, shape, or form. I was completely awake. And I just want to stress that, because I know this sounds so unbelievable, but I swear to you, I'm not going to put anything on this channel that's fake. I'm not going to over-exaggerate anything. I'm not going to put a story on my channel and say it's a paranormal experience if it was just really a dream. I am not going to do that. That is not how I am. That's not how I roll. I'm not doing it. So, anyway, back to my story. So, I'm paralyzed with, she's paralyzed me. I'm focusing on her. and she starts to turn around. And she's turning so slow. And it's almost like in that moment, I was like, just don't turn around, just don't turn around. That's what I'm thinking, just don't turn around, just don't turn around. And it was like, in a split second, ooh, look how much I'm sweating. Ugh. In a split second, she lunged from the hallway straight at me with her hands out like she's gonna grab me. And she didn't get close because I remember the closer, as she almost got to my face, I was able to close my eyes and scream. And I screamed for a minute. I woke my son up, and he woke up crying because I was screaming. So that made me feel bad. And I went and I slept with my mom that night. But when I opened my eyes back up, she was gone. But I still had that really off, heavy feeling. And I had that feeling for a couple of days. And then I finally said a prayer. I was like, I've had enough of this. Because after that night, I went to sleep with my mom. I could not sleep good for a couple of nights. I was terrified that it was going to happen again. I was terrified I was going to see her again. Or it. Because obviously it was just a spirit morphing into something that new would scare me. And you know what the weird part about it is we always kept that bathroom light on. So the hallway wasn't dark. And that's the weird part. She wasn't see-through. Like, she literally looked like a person kneeling in that hallway. But anyway, after that night, the next night I had a little experience happen. I was woken up out of sleep again. And automatically I got anxious. I didn't feel like in that terrifying experience is what I meant by in my last video when I said it scares me more when I feel like they know that I see it. Because it's like a whole different feeling of anxiety, of heaviness comes over me, of fear comes over me. Like, if I just see a shadow, obviously I get that adrenaline rush, I get that fear, but when I feel like they know that I see them, it's completely different. So, anyway, I don't have a good ending for them. I'm sorry. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. And if there's any videos that you guys want me to do, make sure to comment down below. Let me know. And yeah, make sure to follow me on my social medias. I had it wrong in my last video. Twitter is at Jessica Pittard. Instagram is freckled_zebra. And Snapchat is FreckledZebra04. And Facebook is Jessica Pittard. And I will have those linked in the description down below. Until next time, guys. See you later.